skibidi toyo por creeper. Ya vybiera.
You know, I never personally thought that Minecraft would ever be a subject I would ever touch on again on this channel, but alas, here we are. Minecraft. So, as a lot of you know, not too long ago, Minecraft version 1.20 was released for PC and mobile and the other console versions of the game, and personally, I did not think it was that bad of an update. They actually added quite a few things, mainly all the related stuff, the new cherry wood, they added the new sniffer enemy that I actually really like. They now added these new little, like, accessory things for your armor pieces and some new pottery stuff. I actually thought it was a pretty neat update to the game, and whilst I personally think there could have been at least a couple more things here and there, I personally didn't think the update was that bad. However, if there is one website that I know of that absolutely hated the updates, saying there could have been a lot more added to the updates, it's Twitter. Of course it's Twitter. Of course that's the subject of this fucking video. Now, some of you might be probably thinking, oh, in that case, they probably could have just let out their anger towards Mojang, or probably just say they didn't like the update or something like that. And, you know, and that would have been fine. But I wouldn't be making this video. Instead, what they decided to do was to go and straight up slander at Mojang's employees. You've probably seen a couple of these tweets already. There's been tons of them, like Mojang employees when they're asked to work for more than 20 minutes a day, or Mojang employees after a 30-minute shift, or Mojang employees after more than a 1-minute shift, and basically just them overall mocking their work environment, saying that what they do on Minecraft is only like a percentage of an 8-hour work shift, which, let's be honest, that is actually very hurtful and also a very unhealthy way of looking at things. Like, I totally get the idea of not liking an update. You know, that's your personal opinion. I totally get that. But why would you then go and try to target at Mojang's employees saying they're not doing anything? Sorry for my voice being raspy, by the way. There we go. Like, here's one tweet that really bothered me quite a bit, and it's a tweet where it compares the level of employees over at Game Freak, you know, the people that do the Pokemon games, versus the amount of employees that Mojang has. And this is where it starts to piss me off a little bit. Like, oh yeah, we're angry about the fact that Mojang has all these employees, despite the fact that they do a lot more than just Minecraft. No, let's argument about their level of employment. Also, think about it this way. All of Pokemon's updates that they do get, you still have to pay $60 for. You have to pay $60 and potentially a brand new console for said updates, and those updates aren't even clear if they're good or not. But Minecraft's updates, and listen to me carefully, Minecraft's updates are free. Hear me out on this. Mojang is, well, technically a $1 billion gaming company. After all, they were bought out by Microsoft for $2.4 billion. They have a lot of resources on the back, including side games and a lot of the online stuff and all the mine coins and the Minecoin shop. Do you think that they're going to spend most of their time and money on developers and money on hardware and money for something that they're not going to get a financial return for? And also, even if they did spend all that money on one big major update, do you think most people are even going to care about a handful of those features? Especially considering the fact that the gameplay of Minecraft is technically the same as it's been for most of its life. And again, that employee comparison really pisses me off, because that'd be like saying that you would want Microsoft to add even more stuff to Windows because of the amount of employees they have. Yes, let's add new things every year that we don't need. Let's add advertisements to the file explorer. Let's add all that shit. Let's add all of that in because we have an employee to updates ratio. So let's try to balance that out, shall we? That just really pisses me off. And thus, that has finally led to the two major Twitter threads that I really do want to bring up right now when it comes to how people are handling these Minecraft updates ordeals. In fact, a lot of people have actually compared it to mods and how modders add a lot more things to the game, which again is an unfair comparison because modders are only updating the game for the Java version rather than every other version of the game they have out right now. Now, this first thread is actually in regards to the Minecraft mod though, which is something that a lot of people have also gotten upset at Mojang for. And like, again, I totally get it. You know, they could have just added all these mobs and then just not have the mob vote, and they shouldn't be doing it just to keep Minecraft up and going. But alas, there's actually a lot more to it than what people think. As with what the Wither King has posted, he posted this thread saying, "So I'm hearing a lot of blatant misinformation about what the Minecraft mob votes are, how they work, etc. Let's start off with a very common claim. Modders can do more in less time. I can tell you this, yes they can, but is that always a good thing? I work with modders. I'm part of a mod team. I can tell you that it's horribly difficult to make something feel vanilla, look vanilla, and function like vanilla Minecraft while also being useful, interesting, and worth adding in the first place. We've literally scrapped so many ideas and had to redo entire concepts at times. That's before implementation too. Even most vanilla style mods struggle with keeping vanilla. Something you'll hear from other mod developers is that they don't want to do what Mojang does. They don't have to fully keep a vanilla style and don't have to port every feature, system, behavior, etc. to another engine and either code base. They also don't have to worry about getting it to work on mobile devices. They have a lot of freedom. Now you may be thinking, they're so simple though, why can't they add all three? That brings me to my next point. Why they shouldn't just add all three. Is this where we come to understand what the mobs in these votes actually entail? They are simple for a very good reason. These aren't actual mobs with well-defined mechanics. They're basic ideas, very simple concepts for what could be. Why do you think they often don't do as much as mobs guaranteed as part of updates? Look at the development process for the allies as an example. An iteration of them was supposed to be part of the Nether updates, but they didn't know where to put them and didn't have the time to figure that out. Their design was also very simple and a basic prototype. They don't add all three mobs because they're in the ideas bin. And it's not like they're never gonna get added. Look at the frogs, for example. It's actually became better by not getting voted in. The biome vote for them never mentioned a whole new biome with a set of mud blocks. They also didn't mention anything about frog lights. All those mobs can be added, but just need to fill a need and have an opportunity like the frog and mangroves in the wild update. If they fit in updates and are worth exploring, they'll get added at some point. Better in execution than they would have been, to say the least. If they're all added, you'll get 3 boring as hell mobs rather than 1 slightly disappointing entity and 2 much more developed ideas and features much later. They shouldn't all be added at once. Quantity in this case would negate any quality. They're made up of Mojang's random ideas they don't know what to do with, and they're basically asking us, which one do you want first? Keep in mind, they're making an entire update, and this is essentially just the appetizer. Now, this thread actually does a really good job going into all the details regarding how Mojang handles entities and mobs, but apparently that is enough for some people. However, it actually did lead to an actual Minecraft developer to comment on the situation. He tweeted saying, one of the biggest things left out about the whole why not add all 3 is also all the things the community wouldn't get because we'd be focusing on adding 2 extra mobs. Time isn't some free resource. If we worked on all of them, we'd have less in the core update. And that's what led to this guy commenting saying, do you not like 2-hour shifts or something? What is so intricate and hard about making a crab that just gives extra reach? And that's what led to the guy posting a 9-tweet thread saying, So the original thread that I was going to read out for this video had actually gotten deleted, and this screen cap right here of the first tweet is the only screenshot I have of this thread. So just out of respect for the original person, I am actually going to not read the thread for you here, but I will summarize. The way he described it is that all the mobs you see in the mob votes, they have actually not even been programmed in yet. They're just listed off as ideas, and then when one is selected, they have to make sure that the programming they're doing actually is clean and works with what they're trying to go for standard-wise in Minecraft's engine. Not only that, but development actually has to be costed twice because they have to do one for the Java edition and one for the Bedrock edition. And those two use two different programming languages, so it costs a lot more to program both of them, especially when both engines aren't really exactly one-to-one. So yeah, there's actually a lot that goes into programming a mob for Minecraft that a lot of people aren't realizing, and I really hope I could express that in this video. So yeah, you can kind of see the issue here. Mojang employees get so much shit for what they're trying to do. They're just trying to do their job, and I don't like the fact that Twitter is just standing here and just mocking the whole ordeal, especially when most of them don't even know what it's like actually being in these industries. And this isn't just an issue with Mojang, this is an issue with gaming as a whole. For some reason, gaming has just become such a vile like genre of entertainment to get into, and because of all the harassments and the controversy and the gatekeeping and all this shit, it's actually made me contemplate on not wanting to play games anymore at all. I just hate the idea of it now because of how the internet has handled it. And instead of just giving simple criticism about how they're handling games, instead they just get harassed, they get dogs and shit posted and all that, all just because of how their company handles their job. They're not taking the piss out of the company, they're taking the piss out of the company's employees, and that's really sad to watch. And now this type of hate criticism is now starting to lead outside of gaming, and it's led to shit like CG5. Well, actually, it's still technically gaming, but still, CG5 gets a lot of shit for the songs that he writes, and now that's led to him posting a massive video regarding how he's being treated on the internet.
Hateful individuals decide to come together and hate on you constantly, and they don't back down. They just keep it up. They hate on you. They hate on your fans. They bully your fans into joining their cult of hatred and telling you that your opinion is not valid about my music. You're not allowed to enjoy my music. If you're enjoying my music, you are 5 years old or something like that, or they use this inappropriate terminology that they probably don't even know the meaning of.
And now this also goes back to Grande too, who I already made a video about years ago, but that video is still relevant because people are taking the absolute shit out of him all just because he makes Minecraft memes. Can we just go back to just simply criticizing people and not taking the shit out of them or harassing him or all of this? Can we just fucking go back to that? It really does bother me, the state of like Minecraft's like criticism at this point. Why can't we just go back to when we could just, you know, like the game and dislike the game however we want and not harass anybody over it? Can we just fucking go back to that? Because honestly, with this world right now and all the shit that we've been through, I would really like that. And also to anybody out there that really likes a game but gets attacked over it, just know that you're doing better than most people. Just enjoy the game how you like it, enjoy the game how you see it, and if you like the game, anybody could just f off. Trust me, you're better off just ignoring the people that are harassing you for just simply liking a game or liking updates, and just be your own person. We need more people like you. But yeah, that's my personal stance on the whole situation. What are your thoughts on the whole Mojang employee controversy? What are your thoughts on Minecraft 1.20? Be sure to tell me on that in the comments below. And if you have any suggestions as to what I should talk about next, then you can submit them all via all these social media links and in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video, then be sure to hit the like button. And if you're new, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that way you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. And if you want to support me even further, then you can go check out my merch store, which will be in the description below at danieltg.store. Anyway, with all that said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Creeper. Oh.
you.